Thanks you guys for coming. We're so excited to be here with you. It's a Saturday morning, and I know that we are all in our homes anyway, um, but your time is still valuable. So I appreciate you for committing to coming to these classes with us. We are on Continued Education Week 3. There are 8 weeks total, and remember, if you do all 8, you will get a gift from me. The entire team gets a gift from me. You can check your emails of what that gift is. And yes, our first week was I Have Oils Now What. We did record that, and then was the next one, nutrition and supplements. And so I did record that, and I sent that out via email. Today's is toxic free living. Next week is oils for every age, and then we have 4 more weeks after that. And I'm liking this. I'm liking this routine where we see each other every Saturday at 10. It's so much fun. Eichel's just waking up. Okay, you guys will just start, and if anyone else hops on, they can just join in. We're doing toxic-free living this week. I appreciate all of the wellness advocates who come every week to help us teach this class as a team. It's just been a lot of fun, and it's been nice. Usually it's one person teaching the class, but to have everyone take a part in it, I just feel like it makes it extra special and really powerful. So we'll just get kind of like right into it. I already showed this, so we already did 2, and we have today and then 5 more after this. So every Saturday, April, and then 4 Saturdays in May. Okay, we'll see you. Okay, so toxic free living. If you guys have not used an oil this morning, let's grab an oil so we can focus and just connect in. I did actually peppermint and citrus bliss because it gave me energy and focus. But now I'll do balance because it'll give me grounding. And you know, public speaking is super scary. Okay. Everyone else got their oils? So toxic free living. Let's think about that for a second. Toxic free living. How many of you didn't really realize that there were toxins and chemicals in our products growing up? As a child, how many of you had no idea that you're using toxic chemical products? What about in your teenage years and your adult, maybe college years? Did you know that there were toxins and chemicals in your products? Because I didn't. Raise your hand if you didn't know. High school years, college years. And then maybe more recently, you have figured out that after doing some research and scrolling through Instagram, because we get a lot of information through there, you're realizing that there's toxins in our life, in our house, in our world. You're realizing that there is natural alternatives to cleaning your home that is as effective as cleaning with chemicals. Something that was huge for me was looking back. So there's a lot of times where you're in the present and you're like, oh, this isn't affecting me, and I don't need to take supplements because I'm fine. And then you take the supplements, you take doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack. And when you forget to take the pack, you're like, oh, I don't feel any different. Yeah, I'm supposed to feel more energy. I don't know. You forget to take your supplements for 3 days to a week. Then you start to feel it and you're like, wow, I have really bad body aches. Wow, my energy is really low. Wow, I'm extra emotional and pretty stressed out. And you're like, oh, it was my supplements. I need to get back on my supplements. So for me with toxins, it wasn't necessarily oh my gosh, I feel terrible and it's because I have toxins and chemicals in my house. It was me as an adult using essential oils and then starting to use the natural products that doTERRA has, and then looking back on my life I'm taking the supplements, I'm using the oils, I'm using the natural products from doTERRA because I have a doTERRA Wholesome membership, so why not? Look back on my life and I was like, wow, like I have so much energy now. I suffered from, I suffer, I still do. It's just I don't have it 24/7. The bumps on the back of my arms, I have psoriasis on the back of my scalp on the bottom. And I struggled with that. And I was really insecure about it from like middle school all the way through college. I have this patch, this itchy patch on the back of my scalp, and it never went away. What else? Just like clear skin and feeling good. I realized now, looking back, I'm like, wow, I don't really have those issues anymore. Oh, allergies. I had allergies every single morning. My mom used to call me a honker because I would blow my nose and it sounded like I was honking. Crazy. And I haven't woken up with allergies every single day for a long time. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's because of the lifestyle choices that I made. And I barely, once in a while I have breakouts, once in a while I have a breakout, once in a while I have allergies, right? But it's not every single day. And all the suffering that you go through when you have that in your daily life. So it took me looking back to be like, oh wow, the things that changed was me cutting out the toxins. I'm not sure if that's going to be the same story for you. If it's not, then maybe it can be, I'm going to get all this education and it's going to help me to switch, if you aren't already. Another thing would be maybe you're using another brand of natural products, but you haven't made the switch into doTERRA. And so we're here today to talk to you guys and educate you a little bit on toxins and the doTERRA natural products that we have, how we personally use them and like them. Deneen loves to clean. That's her thing. She also loves to cook. But Deneen is here, and I'm so excited because she's going to share her experience with cleaning and give you guys like actual recipes. So that's pretty exciting. And again, this is a team class and I'm so thankful that you guys are all here, and it should be a powerful, good class. So give us like an hour of your time. Okay. So toxic free living. Two major sources of toxins that we are exposed to: household products and personal care products. Okay. So when you kind of think about it, like deodorant, right? It's like you can't say these natural products or these products cure something, or these natural products, these natural products cure something, but you also can't say these natural products cause something unless there's a scientific research to back it. And so we can't say deodorant causes breast cancer. You can't say that. But what you can look at is, okay, what are the chemicals in deodorant? And then when you look it up, this is what changed me to natural deodorant, because I used to love Dove. And I tried the doTERRA one and this other natural one, and I was like, I don't know if I like this, and so I went back to the chemical one. I had to really do my research and get really connected in on what's going on. So I'd look up the chemicals, and what it says is your armpit is connected to different body systems in your body, including your reproductive system and your breasts. So maybe we can't say it causes breast cancer, but we can say that if you're applying chemicals into your armpits once, twice a day over 30, 40, 50, 60 years of life, the seeping chemicals, right, that you're absorbing might affect fertility, breast tissues, right? And so things can happen from there. And if you're using chemical products overall, washing your hands 10 times a day, the skincare that you put on, the cleaning products that you use, you're touching and you're breathing in, the candles that you're burning, if it's not natural, or the air fresheners, right? That's all slow chemicals that are going into your body systems over a long period of time. We may be 20, 30, 40 right now, 50. And I don't think it's ever too late to make that switch, okay? Some of us who could have a little bit of, fertility, it might take a little longer to get pregnant. One of the first things that is recommended is cutting out the toxins, in your home and in your routines. And so, I mean, I think with any issue, it's always like kind of going back to, okay, let's cut out the toxins. Let's check our diet, our exercise, our sleep, our stress levels, and then let's work on our gut health, right? It's always that. And so I think knowing and understanding that any issues that come up, go back to that, regroup, reground, but also what can we do now to be on that preventative approach of, I want to live long and healthy. I want to reach my 60s and not have diabetes or high blood pressure that runs in my family, right? So what can we do now? And so I am here to give you those types of reasons so that you have a strong why as to switching into this and giving you a good reason. Okay, so while some companies make products that are safe to eat, other companies choose to use known human carcinogens or developmental toxins like coal tar and lead acetate. When risky chemicals are used in cosmetics, the stakes are high. These are not trace contaminants like those found at a part per million or even part per billion levels in food and water. These are the base ingredients of the product, just as flour is an ingredient in bread. These chemicals are found in percent levels in personal care products. Nearly all easily penetrate the skin, and some we ingest directly from our lips or hands. Okay? If you guys want to take some time to look up a little bit more research and education, I think that would be super beneficial to you for sure. Okay? Alrighty, so let's make the switch. Which household products do you guys want to swap? Is that big enough? Maybe I'll zoom in just a little bit more. Let's make a switch. So doTERRA has an entire, I mentioned this before, entire natural line. If they don't have a product that you need, you can make it with your oils and other household products in your home, just like the cleaners that Danine's gonna go through, okay? Here's what we can swap. Instead of using this, we can use On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. Instead of using this, whatever hand soap there is On Guard Foaming Hand Wash. Instead of using this, candles, maybe air fresheners, you can diffuse your essential oils. Instead of using laundry detergent, any type, you can use On Guard laundry detergent. Some of the girls are gonna help us kind of talk through these. So Aiko, do you wanna take On Guard Cleaner Concentrate?
Hi. Yeah. I just woke up a little while ago. Sorry. But yeah, so like Ashley mentioned, I slowly started making the switch to more natural products in my home, and that shift was due to having kids. I think the whole realization started when, actually a little bit before we had kids, because again, like she mentioned, you know, the whole fertility issues. My closest group of friends, which oddly enough is like 4 of them, were having difficulties getting pregnant. And so that's why we decided after 13 years, my husband and I, oh, let's try to have kids. And then that started getting me thinking, like, why is it that our generation, you know, they have trouble? Like, what's going on? It's the things we're putting in or the things we're not putting in, you know? So this is how I'm slowly made my shift. And especially after having kids, you want the best for them. And you don't want them to kind of grow up in this lifestyle. And what if, you know, all of these things happen later in their life due to what we're doing now or not doing now. So the easiest for me switched out was all that Lysol, Clorox, all that stuff that kind of makes sense. Like, it's dangerous, right? You have to wash your hands right after. You don't want to be your kids touching the surfaces you're cleaning with. So I got On Guard Concentrate to start cleaning the surfaces of my home, right? Countertops. I would clean their tray tables before they eat, you know, on their high chair, right? And then I started soaking toys. So just a little bit of squeeze of the On Guard Concentrate in a bucket of water, warm water, and then I put their toys and let them have a good soak and then rinse them off. And they can go ahead and play with it, right? Even pacifiers went straight into there. Okay. Then later I would see things like I would see Ashley posting that she would wash her veggies, or, you know, even with lemon, because we heard that lemon oil, you know, with your fruits and veggies, you can also squeeze On Guard Concentrate in there, you know, give it a quick wash, you know, soak, and then rinse your veggies well, okay, your fruits. Also, I do it now, especially because of, what's going on with the pandemic, is I'm spraying everything. Like after I come home from the grocery store, I'm spraying all my bags with the On Guard concentrate. I'm doing even down to the bananas. I'm wiping like every single banana with my On Guard spray that I make from the concentrate. And I fill with water, and then I put a couple drops of lemon and also tea tree in there. Okay, so I'm doing that. I had to write all of this down because I use it so much. I also learned how to make hand soap, which we're going to go over the On Guard one later, but you can make your own hand soap using like the Pastel soap, the Dr. Bronner's Plus, add this. So I've been doing that. I also like to, like I said, I wipe down all my groceries. I squeeze it on my reusable bag after I use it every single time. You guys got to do this. You think that it's going in and out, like it's touching a lot of stuff. So I do that and I hand wash it. Okay, and I hang it up to dry. I also recently started doing, because again, Ashley had posted and I saw that she uses it for kids as a bubble bath. So I'm like, oh my God, bonus, get my kids extra clean. And they love to play with bubbles, right? So easy switch out, right? Bubble bath, and it's clean and it makes sense and it makes a lot of bubbles. So that's super cool. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But the whole thing about the switch, it was kind of brainless, because it's super effective too. A lot of people tend to stick with the chemicals because they think it kills all, right? But it's super dangerous. And if you look at actual studies out there, you're going to see that On Guard is super effective. And I'm sure you saw the Petri dish comparison before. That picture. If not, it's out there. You guys can ask us. We'll provide it to you. But you can see that the surfaces, there's the least amount of bacterial growth back after 7 days in a Petri dish, right? In comparison to the other name brand products out there. And it shows how effective it is in ridding those surfaces of all those germs. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of my experience. So thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome. Beth and Ilana wanted to share a couple things if you guys are on.
Yeah, I can share. Sorry, I'm like sweating and out of breath. My child is doing that. So basically I'm pretty new to using that concentrate, a couple months in, but I think that I got it literally at like the perfect time. I got it in my enrollment kit. So I kind of started playing around with it just to see what it was all about. And then I maybe like a week into the lockdown, stay at home, I ran out of like everything that we have, like all our cleaning wipes and stuff. But anyway, since it's really, really hard to find those products, I pretty much just gave up on them, and which is probably just benefiting us. But now I'm just using the concentrate for literally everything in my entire house. So I usually just mix it like in a spray bottle with a glass spray bottle, and then I actually just add in like a few other oils just purely for the smell also, because it smells super awesome. And I feel like it just does a really, really, really good job cleaning. Like I don't have to scrub super hard, and everything just feels super clean and then smells awesome. So pretty much just using it for every surface of my house because it's basically the only cleaner that we have. But after the whole pandemic, I think we'll just stick with it because it's working. So that's my little spiel.
Thank you. It's so crazy because we're all forced to really look at how we clean and like, I don't know, and wash our hands more. And I feel like this pandemic just gets us in line with that. Like, I probably should wash my hands more than I do, right? I probably should clean more than I do. And oh my gosh, I have all these On Guard products. I can just make my own stuff when the shelves are empty out there, right? So it's been awesome. Ilana, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So pretty much like I'm new to it as well. But I'm using it like Aiko and all you guys everywhere. Every day I like spray down the high touch areas like doorknobs, light switches. I even keep a bottle in my car now, and I'm like constantly wiping the steering wheel if I'm going to the grocery store. But I think for me, what like really sold me and helped me really want to convert our home. So since when I gave birth to the kids 4 years ago, I became like a crazy cleaning lady, and it was so bad. I would get like cuts all over my knuckles and on my hands. It was really, really bad. And up until I would say recently, a few months ago, when I really started using it, like, and even the soap, I have no cuts whatsoever. My skin isn't dry, and I don't even use lotion. So it just kind of helped solidify for me, like, okay, the skin is our outer layering of what's protecting everything inside. And if this is what it's doing to my hands, constantly using Clorox and Lysol, I can only imagine what it's doing to me on the inside. So I've been like, from that, I've been converting our home, and I'm looking for like a toilet cleaner that I want to know. I'll be honest, I'm still using the Lysol cleaners for the toilet because I haven't found a recipe yet. But other than that, everything else in our home I've converted to just the On Guard concentrate, and I love it. I have dogs as well, so I constantly have to like vacuum, and I have kids, right? So I'm always cleaning our floor, mopping it every day, and I use the concentrate. But I really love it, and I think it pretty much speaks for itself.
Thank you. I loved having Eichel, who's been using this for years, and then Beth and Ilana, who are a little newer, and just it's nice. Every person has different experiences, and just the thing about the skin, like, that's crazy. Your hands. Ilana has twin boys, by the way. Super mom, birthed 2 boys at the same time. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thanks, you guys. On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. Remember, there's an entire On Guard line, and that's one of the items there. On Guard Foaming Hand Wash. We'll let Emily share that.
Hi guys, I'm gonna piggyback a little on the concentrate. It makes a lot, you guys. It only is 1 to 2 tablespoons in a full spray bottle. Literally, one bottle lasts me months. I still have the bottle I bought in, I wanna say October. It is really concentrated, very effective. But the hand wash, same thing with the concentrate. It has the On Guard in it, so it's very effective. Hand washes on the market, you guys know, like foaming hand soaps, there's a very popular brand. They have them at Target. Even like the natural ones, a lot of them are greenwashed. So they'll say natural, but they'll contain a ton of nasty chemicals. Fragrance is a chemical you want to watch out for. Fragrance is very detrimental to your health. It's a code word for chemicals, basically. They're like long words. I can't pronounce them. But like palathalate, I don't know. Anyway, so they're cancer causing, they're very toxic to your body, they're skin irritants, hormone disruptors, all kinds of stuff. And if you think about it, we're washing our hands constantly. Our hands touch our face, our hands are in our kids' mouths. So all those chemicals in those soaps are going into your kids' mouths, and it's very dangerous. So doTERRA is great. Their foaming hand soap is amazing. It's very gentle on our skin. Like Aiko said, the On Guard is very effective. It has the On Guard blend, so like clove and wild orange, great cleansers. And those oils also have like antiviral properties, antibacterial properties. So it's gonna help be really effective when getting rid of the germs. It also is very soft on the skin. I made the switch to the hand soap, I think around December is when I ran out of like my other soap I was using. And during the cold months, I wash a lot of dishes. I wash my hands a lot because the germs are going around. And like Ilana, I didn't get those cracky eczema spots on my hands. So super important. This hand soap, it makes, I think the bottle makes like 2 foaming hand pumps. You can also make your own. It's really easy. I'll post a recipe in the chat. You can use Dr. Bronner, some water, and oils to make your own hand soap. But I think that's a very important thing to switch out, just because you're constantly touching your face. Your kids are constantly using their hands, touching all their things. You want to watch out what products are going onto your skin, because your skin is also very absorbing, because we have a lot of pores. It's our biggest organ. So super important to be aware of what is in your products that are going on to your body. That's it.
Thanks, Em. Okay, Alexis, diffusers with essential oils.
Hi. Don't mind my mini ears. I'm over quarantine and I just was like visualizing my trip when I'm done. So welcome to Disneyland. Okay, so I want to share with you guys a little bit about my experience transitioning my previous products to clean products. This guy over here loves science. You can ask one of my best friends on this call, Peyton. He tries to explain everything and we can never understand it. But one of the things that he taught me was around the word toxin. And people use, unfortunately, that word loosely. And what he really pushed me to do throughout this process of incorporating more natural products was to really understand and pinpoint what are the chemicals that are harmful and what really do they do to you. So I'm gonna like wake you guys up today around diffusers and candles. Oh my God, we should like do this, right? I'm gonna wake you guys up because I too, don't worry guys, I too was that person that had 7,000 candles in my room. Bath and Body Works, anytime they had that like that crazy buy one get 9 free candle sale, I was all up in there with you guys, okay? I'm not anymore though, because here's what I figured out. So number one, we all know the 3 ways to use essential oils, specifically with doTERRA. The number 1 way to use essential oils is aromatically. We breathe that in and we can experience therapeutic effects of whatever oil that we are diffusing, even when we're sleeping and when we're doing other things. Like it lets us multitask. So diffusing is amazing. Now, the second thing that I want to talk to you guys about is specifically with candles. With candles, they have the same effect as diffusers, but if it's a paraffin candle, which is what majority candles are made out of, paraffin has been linked to giving off harmful fumes. And if you're in your house and you're diffusing your candle for, a lot of them go for minimum 20 hours, you are exposing yourself to 2 types of chemicals, toluene and benzene. That doesn't sound as pretty as lavender and balance, by the way. But what these 2 chemicals are is they are colorless liquids. They're hydrocarbons. Ben told me to tell you guys that. And these toxins, these chemicals are present in coal and petroleum. Do you want to be breathing that in for 25 hours, which is how long this candle is supposed to last you? Nope. So if you guys are really candle crazy, I recommend moving to soy, or actually I recommend doing diffusers because they're so pretty too. But candles also are really expensive. So when you invest in a diffuser and you're using whatever oils you want, remember you're only spending cost per pennies in comparison to candles. So Bath and Body Works girls, the single wick candles, those burn for 25 hours and cost $14.50, okay? Balance, my favorite thing to diffuse, especially lately before I take this guy's head off, right? Balance, this bottle costs $21. There's 250 drops in this 15 milliliter bottle of essential oil, which is 8 cents per drop. I like to go crazy and I put 4 drops in my diffuser and my diffuser can go for 8 hours. So basically this one bottle is equivalent to 63 of those 25-hour candles and can burn for whatever 8 times 63 is. I don't know that math, but get your paraffin candles out, replace them with soy, and definitely incorporate candles because I want you guys to be breathing in good things, not liquid hydrocarbons that are present in coal, tar, and petroleum. There you go. You're super woke today about candles.
Thank you. Love it. All of you, feel free to like share a little bit about natural stuff and chemicals whenever you guys speak. I love it. Okay, Mikaela is going to share with us On Guard laundry detergent.
That is so awesome what we learned about the candles. I used to be one that had tons as well, but don't tell anybody, but I left the candle on, and so ever since then I cannot use it. But yes, so I'm gonna share about the On Guard laundry detergent. This was actually the first out of the On Guard line besides the oil that I purchased, and I just even now before this I spent 5 minutes Googling what is in our laundry detergent, and it is amazing like what comes up. It's horrible. And
Like, just for example, growing up, I used to use Tide, and Tide laundry detergent has this chemical known as 1,4-dioxane, and this is related to eye and nose irritation, kidney problems, and long-term lung damage. And like, that is not something I want to deal with. I want to be there for, have a long life, live for my kid, and just be able to support everyone, right, as best as we can. So here's the On Guard laundry detergent. It comes in a super small bottle. Look at it in comparison to my head. But it can make 64 loads. And I actually seen someone post on Instagram, they tallied how many loads they actually used, and they did 67. So it's actually can make more depending on how much you put in. So here's the cap, right? All you do is I fill like this much, pour it in, and add a couple drops of Purify in there because my clothes stink from working out. And so by doing that, it gets all the smells out, and I know that I'm supporting myself. I'm able to wash my clothes as well as my 5-month-old sons. And it just is easy to not have multiple products, and it's just one good thing. And my whole family uses it. And I think I buy it maybe once every 3 months, and I did stock up. So I usually have one more up top to save. But yes, it's just so awesome that we're able to support like the whole family with one product, and you know what you're putting in to their skin, and their body is safe. So yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. If anybody has any questions, please type it in the chat. Here's a little tip. Did you know many of doTERRA's non-toxic alternatives are cheaper than their toxic counterpart? Amazing. Especially when you know this is concentrated, like a little bit goes a long way, right? Okay. So
Hey, Ash,
yeah.
real quick. Can I have my sister share something with me?
Yeah.
She just called me last night because we both went to the grocery store
Yeah.
about the laundry detergent and how she uses it.
Hi, Rochelle.
Hello. Oh my gosh. Where's the adaptive? No, just kidding. So in any case, I wanted to share because if you ever saw Mayor Kawakami and his DIYs, they're so awesome. So he did one on, so you know, everybody, the hype is when you go to the grocery store to use the hand sanitizer, and like a lot of you, I spray every item after I come out and I put it in cardboard boxes before I take it home. But in any case, he did one on sustainable hand wipes. So you can use like old cloths or old towels. I just happened to find a box years ago that I had of these type of wipes. And so what I did was I had bought containers, and I had made a mixture of the water, concentrate, On Guard concentrate, and the laundry detergent. You notice how yellow it is? It's super concentrated. That's why I have this extra container of solution, because it was a lot more soapier than I anticipated it to be. So what I did was, and I was so excited, I had to call Aiko and tell her, you gotta use this and you gotta do it. But so in my container, I just cut all of the towelettes. You can, like I said, you can make it sustainable by just using hand towels. And what I did was I created that solution just with the On Guard concentrate and the laundry detergent, because remember, they're saying the best way to prevent the spread of COVID is hand washing. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I know what the alcohol is doing to our hands because mine gets dry really quick. So I said, why are we making all these types of hand sanitizers when we can go back to our basics of soap and water? So what I did was I used our laundry detergent, which is soap, and I used the On Guard concentrate for that extra boost, and I just added water to it. So what happened last night after I got to the grocery store is I took out one of these wipes, and I soaked it in that solution, and I just squeezed it right outside my car, just let it fall on the ground, squeezed it. And after that, after you do all of your groceries, you can even wipe your groceries down with it because it's a lot safer than a lot of that other stuff that's out there, or you can use the concentrate itself. But I just went like this, and it's like washing your hands, right? And so what I did was you do the 20 seconds of just hand washing, And if you notice, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it's little sudsy on my hand. And so it gets kind of soapy. And then what I did was I took a baby wipe, and you don't need to, because actually I didn't have one and it dried, and you get your hands nice and moisturized and smooth. But you can take a normal baby wipe and you can just wipe it after that. And then it's like you washed your hands before you even touch your steering wheel or drive your car. So that's what I did. And I was just super proud of it because it was our stuff and it was a lot more natural than what's out there. Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome. Okay. We'll have Deneen go ahead. If you guys have any questions about cleaning, let me just note. Okay, so we have all these recipes, and then we have just to mention a few of the natural other products that you use for self-care and daily hygiene, and then I'll show you how to buy these products. Okay. All right, Deneen, give us your stuff.
Hey guys, I love it so far because on the chat you guys are like jamming with all the recipes. Like I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna steal some of these recipes that I see here. So for me, a little backstory: I cleaned professionally for over 10 years. So the amount of chemicals I was using was way more than the average person because I had so many accounts. I thought I was doing something well because I was working around my kids' schedule. I had some really good people that I cleaned for. But the thing was, is I was coming home, I was tired, of course, from cleaning, but like I would have like these real crazy migraine headaches. To this day, I still get them. And it wasn't like rocket science. Like, why am I getting sick all the time? You know, like I was healthy. I mean, I felt like I was healthy. I was eating good and my weight was down, but I just didn't feel good. Like I was always tired, just always in bed, like after cleaning. And that wasn't like a good life for my kids either, that like here I'm cleaning for them, like working around their schedule, but then I was getting sick. So how I met Ash was, she did this cleaning series 2 years ago on Instagram. And I was like tripping out because like everybody would say like, oh, natural cleaning, it's not going to get anything clean. You know, it's not going to get things off. But if you do really research, like how the girls are researching, like how to get like toilet clean and make your own, you know, make your own pods, like you can do it. So I don't want to bore you with my story, but that's just a little bit of what toxic cleaners did to my life, you know, and I don't want anyone else to have to go through that, what I went through. So I'm going to make you a few recipes today. The first one is super basic, which you probably already are making at home. So what I'm going to do is the all-purpose house cleaner. So as you guys all know that you guys need a glass spray bottle because oils break down plastic. So if you guys can get these like from Amazon or Share Oils, you definitely need to get glass bottles. So what I'm working with today is a 16-ounce glass spray bottle, and I'm going to be working with white vinegar. So everyone has pretty much vinegar at home. So that's going to be my base of my spray. So it can be like 1/4 vinegar. So I'm going to put that right in there. And funnels are amazing, by the way. Okay. So what I do is I do 30 drops of a combination of oil. You could do any combos. My favorite right now is On Guard because, you know, with everything going on with the pandemic, right? Everybody's using On Guard. So I do 15 On Guard drops. And then the free oil of the month is clementine. So definitely using clementine. You want to use like a base of some type of citrus because you can use this all-purpose spray for like your stove. It's a natural degreaser. So with the clementine, it's a part of the citrus family. So I'm going to be using that today. So we're going to do 15 On Guard. And then our free oil of the month is clementine. Did everybody get their free oil? All right. And of course, it's not going to work for me today. Anyway, so you're going to want to, once this thing comes out, unless I used it all, I like to put this on my dryer ball. Do you guys all use dryer balls? Everybody use these? So this is like another thing that I love. I'm just going to throw that in there real quick, but especially for like your sheets and your towels, you're going to want to put Serenity on there. Get those kids to bed. And so the rest of it, I'm gonna use water to fill it up. Super easy. Of course, it takes time to actually use and make your cleaners, but this one is amazing. So it's pretty much whatever you guys want to use, like whatever your combos are. Like I researched a little bit, like a lot of people use peppermint, grapefruit, purify, of course we love, lavender, wild orange, rosemary, eucalyptus, tea tree, and lemon is like the best things you could use. And then when in doubt, if you guys don't want to use your oils or you want to add that extra boost, you guys can always dilute this too with vinegar and water. All right, and then you just have your all-purpose spray here. So this is the one that I was just gonna make for you guys. Okay. And then I know everybody had questions on the soft scrub, and I know that a couple of Eicos girls were kind of going over the pods with you guys. But if you guys don't have pods, you guys can make your own scrub. And what I learned from cleaning over years is when you start cleaning, you're gonna wanna soak everything before you start cleaning, so then it's less, strain on your hands and muscles. Like over time, I think I have carpal tunnel from scrubbing. So what you're gonna do is while you're like vacuuming your house and dusting, you're gonna wanna start soaking your bathrooms and your kitchen. So by the time you get to those places, the cleaner had already done its job. So for instance, you're gonna use baking soda. Yeah, baking soda is like the best. You're gonna get a little glass jar. So it can be bigger than this, but everybody, if you own Pyrex and a lot of those Tupperwares, you don't have to go and buy a lot of the sprays or things like that. I mean, maybe a couple, but if you have a lot of glass, use it. You're gonna put about 8 tablespoons of baking soda, 5 drops of lemon, 5 drops of peppermint, and that's pretty much your soft scrub. So you're gonna get like a nice paste. You're gonna add water until you have like a really nice thick paste, and you're gonna paste that all over your tub. You can also put that in your toilet. So that's gonna be pretty much like your good Comet. I know we all use Comet or Borax probably when we were younger, but that's gonna be your soft scrub. So that's one recipe. One of my favorites is refreshing my carpet because I have a dog. She drives me crazy. But I love to, okay, before people use all that, what is the brand? Glad or Glade, where we're putting the baking soda or whatever, it's not natural on our carpet, and our kids are, Glade, our kids are smelling it, we're smelling it, soaking into the fibers. And then of course, local style, we live in the living room, right? We're sleeping on the carpet, watching movies. So it was just like crazy that we're putting more damage into our home than we should be. So your carpet refresher, it can be per room, 8 tablespoons of baking soda and 15 drops of your favorite essential oil. So some of my favorites I like to use, I do a combination for my bedrooms, is lavender, peppermint, and lemon. That totally gets your carpet smelling really good. And again, you're gonna want to soak that carpet refresher before you start vacuuming. My second combo for carpet refresher is lime, grapefruit, and tangerine. That one is amazing. So that can get your living room smelling really fresh. And last but not least, we all live in Hawaii, so we all know what grows into our showers is mold, right? Everybody showers. As much as you try to clean your showers, I don't care where you live, it's like Hawaii is just a big wet place. So I do it for my shower. My kids, I get kind of nervous because this is made out of glass, so I try my best to get in the kids' shower. But you're gonna want to use 7 tablespoons of vinegar. The On Guard concentrate or Dr. Bronner's is good. 10 drops of tea tree oil and 10 drops of eucalyptus. What that helps with is all the mold and how it grows, and it helps get that stuff. So after you shower, just try to, if you can remember, like have a spray bottle nearby and spray that shower while it's wet. So then you're preventing any type of mold growing in your shower. So of course I have way more. I'm not gonna, steal the show and talk all day, but you guys know who I am. A lot of people, if you haven't met me yet, you can find me on Instagram, My Ono Life, and reach out to me personally. I'll be more than happy to like talk story and give you all my secrets. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and DM me or ask on the chat. Thank you.
Thanks, Janine. Awesome. I just want to share one real quick, the glass cleaner. It took me a while to figure it out. And I just can't believe that I missed this because it's right here in the Live Guide. If you look on the reduced toxic load, it's on, there's a glass cleaner recipe right here. It's 1.5 cup of white vinegar, a 1/2 cup of water, and 8 drops of lemon oil. And I was making the recipe. You have to make it like this. Like you have to have the right amounts. So 1.5 cup of white vinegar, 1 cup of water, 8 drops of lemon, and it's the perfect amount in an 8-ounce spray bottle. And again, like I tried so many different things, and this is the only thing that worked. And hello, it's right in the Live Guide. Okay. I used it. My mom has tried it. My mom also cleans houses. And so she was like, it works. It works. It's just that you have to put a little bit more elbow grease compared to something like Windex. But how many of you, like, you spray that Windex and you inhale that and you get that really bad headache? So I just wanted to share that quick recipe that's always available to us from doTERRA already. Thank you guys again, everybody, for sharing. We're going to head into the personal care products, okay? So let's make the swap. Which personal care products do you want to swap? So we'll quickly go through these ones. Kristen's going to talk about the On Guard toothpaste, and then Emily's going to add a little bit more.
Hi. Hope you guys can hear me. I have this thing on. I just got nervous. So I know it's been a while. The toothpaste, I didn't get it right away at first because I'm really picky about toothpaste. I like super minty, like your mouth feels on fire. Yeah. But I have a solution for that. So yeah, so I switched to the toothpaste because like how everyone was talking about, you know, when you have your kids, you think about, there's that whole debate about fluoride, right? Fluoride free. And so I would look at like the mouthwash and toothpaste ingredients and was kind of skeptical. So I decided to finally get it. And then I tried it and I like it. But to get it minty, you can add a few drops of peppermint on top of the toothpaste on your toothbrush. That'll like give you that huge mint flavor again if you like it. Yeah, or spearmint. But so I started having my oldest daughter, she just made 7, but use the toothpaste, and you know how On Guard is really good. So she has like all kinds of teeth problems. And it's funny, like she's our first daughter, so we didn't give her like sweets, we didn't give her juice, like super strict about all that with her. Then she went to the dentist and they're like, she has a ton of cavities. And I was like, what the heck? So then he talked about it having to do with like her enamel, and it was somehow like related to how I was breastfeeding her. And so yeah, he said like how she would latch, it would shoot all over her gums instead of go straight to the back. And so that's interesting. But so it weakened her enamel. And so she had so many cavities. Went from when she was 3, they wanted to do like all kinds of fillings, but her weight and everything, it was really hard. So they were like, oh, we can't sedate her, we can't do this. So over the course of time, she started, they would check like every 6 months, right? And they're like, oh, I think there's one spot where they want to do a root canal. And so then I saw somebody post on Instagram about how the On Guard mouthwash and toothpaste were helping their child. So I started switching her to that. Every time we went back, he was like, what are you doing? Because her teeth are getting better. He's like, it's stronger and everything. And so the last visit we had, he said she doesn't need a root canal anymore. So I was like, I love this toothpaste. And so he asked what we were doing. And I said, oh, I just switched to On Guard toothpaste and mouthwash. And he's like, what is that? I said, well, it's made out of essential oils. It's safe. Yeah, and it cleans really good. So, and then even my parents, gum disease, they started using it and it's getting better. So it's really powerful. So yeah, I like it. But if you need it minty, put peppermint.
I love that. Not only is it natural, but it does work, and it's been helping all of us for sure. Just on the toothpaste real quick, it says natural whitening toothpaste. So if you're also like, I want my teeth to be white, use the On Guard toothpaste and make sure you're brushing your teeth for 3 minutes. Like, you're spending time there because it's whitening your teeth, not just cleaning it. And
Oh yeah, sorry, wait. Another good one to look out for the toothpaste. So now I talked about fluoride. I meant to share this. I had it on my paper. I watched the Whole Fit. If you follow Whole Fit, she did an interview with a dentist named Dr. Farafin or something. I don't know. You can try YouTube it. But he talked about fluoride because he's a dentist, but he also uses holistic approach. And he basically said he doesn't advocate for fluoride. He does it not. But he said dentists like to push that fluoride is supposed to make your teeth harder so that it prevents the cavities. But he said it actually makes it softer and it makes your bones brittle. So he said it makes it more yellow when you're overexposed. But yeah, that's just.
Wow, that's scary. Whew. Okay. Did you want to add anything else about On Guard toothpaste? Otherwise, you can go on into the deodorant.
No, just the same thing as she said. We also switched to the On Guard toothpaste. My kids don't really like it, so I have like a natural toothpaste for them. But as soon as I can get that in their mouth, I'm gonna use it. I have noticed my teeth are a lot whiter. I don't whiten my teeth. I'm not into chemicals at all. Like, that scares me. And the quality of my oral health care has gotten better. I used to get a lot of sores, like canker sores from stress in my mouth. Not anymore. But I was gonna say something about toothpaste. I don't know. It's good. Just switch to that. Oh, for the toothpaste, I get me and my husband separate tubes. This is more just for health-wise. We pass germs from our mouth to our toothbrush to our toothpaste. So right now, especially if you're trying to stop germs, get everyone in the household their own toothpaste. Because if you think about it, your toothbrush goes in your mouth, you touch your toothpaste, and it just sits on that, the opening. You can also wash it. Just wash it. I know, it's gross. So everyone in my household has their own toothpaste, because I'm not trying to share no germs. But anyway, so for a deodorant, I don't know if any of you have seen studies out there, but they are starting to link things in deodorant to breast cancer, the chemicals in deodorant. A lot of them are the antiperspirant ones because they have aluminum and a bunch of chemicals. Antiperspirant, it blocks the pores and it soaks up the sweat and tries to stop the odor. But by blocking the pores, it's clogging the lymph nodes in your armpit. So nothing goes in, nothing comes out. Sweating, that's our way of detoxing. That's our body's natural detox process. As nasty as it is, you want to sweat. Armpit sweat, you want it to come out because it's getting all the toxins and the viruses out. So antiperspirant deodorants, it blocks that up and it actually starts to cause bacterial overgrowth, which in turn causes more odor. So you want to stay away from the antiperspirant. You want to look for a natural deodorant that doesn't have those chemicals, because the pores under there, you are absorbing all those chemicals. They do cause things. They have chemicals that cause things like cancer, hormone disruptors, infertility, all kinds of nasty stuff. So doTERRA has a great deodorant. I use this one on the screen. It has our Balance essential oil in it. They also have a citrus one and a Douglas fir one, I think. They're but the cool thing, if you go on the website and you click the deodorant, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see something that says PIP. And then there's a tab that says ingredients. It opens up and it lists all the ingredients for the deodorant, and they're all plant derived. It has a chart, it says safe or not, and each ingredient, and they're all plant derived. This isn't an antiperspirant, so it's not gonna block up those pores. It has arrowroot powder to absorb the sweat. With natural deodorants, you're gonna, if you sweat a lot and if you're kind of stinky, you're gonna just wanna wash your pits and reapply just to be safe. If you have been using like those deodorants from Target, like Dove and whatnot, you can do an armpit detox. So you put bentonite clay on your armpits and let it sit, and it'll pull out all the toxins, and you'll start experiencing less odor and less sweating. You could also use doTERRA's, I want to say it's the mud mask, and then put it on your armpits, and it'll help detox your armpits as well. But when switching to a natural deodorant, give it some time. Your body's adjusting to the different chemicals, your body's detoxing at the same time. So it does take time to get used to a natural deodorant. Just carry it with you and reapply. Just deal with it. It's better than getting all those harmful chemicals, especially when teenagers start using it and their bodies are going through changes and they're so young still, their bodies can't handle the toxins. So if you guys have teenagers, try to start them on a more natural deodorant instead of a hormone disrupting one.
Thank you. Okay, I'll just quickly mention that there is a Salon Essentials line, shampoo, conditioner. It also includes a root to tip serum and a Healthy Holds glaze. So that is available to us. I would just say try it. Just try it. Like, I have it. The shampoo has this really nice and shiny like mica or mica powder. It's like a natural like shiny thing that you can put into like your natural product. You can even buy the mica powder and add it into whatever things that you want shiny. That's something that's natural. So the shampoo has that. And then the conditioner, I've actually been using the green one. So see how like the conditioner comes in the 2 brown bottles, but you can also get the green bottles. I have the green bottle and it has more of that Melaleuca smell. And I like it. I am someone who likes to have like 4 different shampoo conditioner sets and I just trade in between, right? I don't know about you guys, but my hair needs different ones once in a while. And so this is one of the ones that I have in my shower and I actually really do like it. And so one thing that I do want to talk about with natural stuff and just, you know, you just have to give it a shot. You have to try it. And it's about us switching our mindset too. So it's not just like, oh, I need to try this product because it's natural and oh, it's going to be better for me. It's healthier. I don't know if I'm going to like it. But you have to be open. So we have to open our minds to this, not just the education and the research, but we have to open our minds to trying something new and really giving it a shot and letting it do its work, its magic. Give it a good 30, I would even say 3 months when you try each of these products. The toothpaste was hard for me. Like, I like that's, you know, the minty thing. And I was like, On Guard toothpaste, nah. And then I go back to the Colgate one or whatever it was. I had to train myself. It was my mindset. It wasn't my body. It was my mindset that I had to change. Okay. So that's just a little bit on the shampoo conditioner. There's an entire hair care line that you guys can try. And if you guys use these and want to share about it, you can type in the chat. So just we can keep this moving. I'm going to let Britt share a little bit about the skincare systems. There are 3 different ones. And so she'll go into that.
Okay. Hi guys. I will try to make this brief because I know we're kind of coming up on time, but there's just so much information. Kind of going back to why I chose to use more natural skincare products is, one, our skin is actually the largest organ of your body. It covers about 18 square feet of just epidermis, which is the outer layer. It's the most visible organ of your whole body. And lo and behold, your skin absorbs up to 60% of what you actually put on it. So lotions, fragrance, perfumes, skin, face wash, like everything in the spectrum, makeup, gets absorbed into your skin. A little bit of story of why I actually chose to go a little bit more green or clean, toxin free, was because I personally suffer from acne. Did since I was in high school, and I went to the doctor. They prescribed me topical cream to help with my acne. Just from a short walk from my car to my classroom in college, I noticed that I went to the bathroom and my skin looked funny. So I was like, oh, what's weird? By that time I finished class and walked back to my car where my mom was, she noticed that I had a white patch that actually now spans the whole bottom of my jaw. This is irreversible, which is sad to say. And it's because of the topical cream had such harsh chemicals in it that even the very minimal like exposure to sun stripped my skin of its pigments because the chemicals were so harsh. So I found ways to tackle my acne. One is just kind of inside out, but it's also being very aware of what's in your products. one thing that I learned is that there's a lot of products out there on the market that are full of parabens. I know you've been hearing kind of like that's a hot topic word of like, okay, parabens, everything is paraben free, but what is actually a paraben? Parabens are synthetic chemicals that are used as preservatives to make sure that your cosmetics, your makeup, your skincare, your soaps are all clean and it lasts you longer. It's just shelf life, right? It's making sure that it's available for you for a long time. And then in addition to that, lo and behold, there's a very harsh chemical that's actually in your face washes. And this is what I was kind of drawn to with why I started researching skincare. And it's called sodium lauryl sulfate, or SLS. You'll see derivatives of this as well too, but that's really made to soap or fuzz. So what you think is kind of like fuzzing around and making that foam on your face is actually this harsh chemical that attacks your endocrine system. So now the endocrine system, a little bit of science behind it, is that helps regulate your hormones. It includes different parts of your body to help it make it stay at homeostasis, like a natural pH balance level. When that gets into play, you kind of mess with your hormones. And when you think about the products, when you start using face wash or you start using skincare products or personal care products, right? It's when you start hitting puberty. And that's when your hormones are kind of raging and kind of going all over the place. So now you're attacking your system to go even more out of the place when you're out of that homeostasis, because you're using products that are full of these chemicals. I am a believer that you have to be educated. So another thing that I think Emily talked about is fragrance, right? So on the bottoms of your bottle in your shower, go look and see if you have fragrance in any of your products. Fragrance is full of chemicals just to make it smell a certain way. So I have a story to tell you, and then I'll kind of touch on a little bit about the skincare. I travel for a living. That's my job. I travel as a flight attendant, and I always pack because I was like, oh, pretty packaging. It looks green. It looks cool. Good for the planet, totally, recyclable bottle, got it from Target. I started having allergic reactions where my body would break out in hives every time I showered, and it was extra dry. I looked it up on the ingredients. It has this sodium lauryl sulfate, a greener version of it, but still has it, and its fragrance is the number 3 chemical or ingredient. I immediately was like, okay, I'm never using that. I just bring it so I can show people when they see it. I looked it up on this app, and I want you all to download it because honestly, this changed my life to what I'm using in my products. It's called Healthy Living, and it looks like this green little circle. You can look up the product, which I did here, and it'll tell you, this little green dot will say like a level of like how much, how green it is or how clean it is. It's a level 2. Not bad. That's actually on the lower side. But if you look at like the little things or indicators at the bottom, it has a high allergy level. And the biggest one is right under it. It's a level 7, which is a high toxic level of fragrance. That I was like shocked. And now I know why my body reacted so differently to it. So I learned this trick or this app from the Kardashians. So honestly, I've been using it for a couple years, not gonna lie. But start to search your products. You'll be shocked as to like how many products are on this app, and they continue to update it of how clean the products are and give it a rating system so you know what's good for your family. So kind of going back to the skincare line. So this is why I ended up trying to find cleaner skincare products for my skin. I'm constantly touching my face. I need to work on that. But you also want to make sure you're not stripping off all that like necessary oil that your skin needs. A lot of the face cleanser out there strips that off so then you don't have the oil that your skin can regenerate healthy. So the first one, if you have like super acne prone skin, is the HD Clear line. Now, I'm going to say this, super acne prone skin, because I tried it because I'm acne prone. And it honestly was too strong for me. That's because the oils are so potent that I noticed that my skin is very sensitive. So it started to kind of agitate the skin. Use it as a great spot cleaner. They have a roller. I don't think I have it on me right now. They have a roller called HD Clear, and that's a good spot cleaner. So if you just want like a good spot cleaner for your acne, use that in place of some of the harsher chemicals to help clean and draw out the bacteria. It has oils like Melaleuca, which is antibacterial, to make sure that like you're getting that bacteria out of your pores. Yes, thank you, Ashley. It's super good on the go. So if you just need something to roll on and like in the middle of your day, like, oh my God, how do I like clear out this acne pore? Try that. The second line that I actually tried was the Virage system. Now, this one is really good for hydrating skin. So I particularly like this one if you are more dry. If you're looking for more anti-aging properties, Virage is going to be your go-to. Honestly, it's because they have the Immortelle serum, which is just like the Immortelle oil. Sorry, I'm trying to find my oil. Just like the Immortelle oil. It's just diluted better. But I love that because it honestly helps fill in those fine lines. It has oils like frankincense, which we know is really great for skin and cell regeneration. Helichrysum, which is very great for your skin. Myrrh, oh my God, I'm obsessed with myrrh because that's also great to help regenerate your skin. And if you have any kind of pigmentation, that's really good. So I have that pigmentation at the bottom that I'm trying to work on, and rose oil. All very gentle for your skin. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more hydrating, but also good for more anti-aging, I would say, that is going to be your go-to. And you don't have to be, you know, in your golden years to want to do anti-aging. I do anti-aging all the time. And I'm just being very preventative. The last one is the Essential Skincare line. So this is a line that I actually have. I have all of them differently, the different parts. It comes with a cleanser, an exfoliator, a hydrating cream, a brightening gel, a firming serum. It also comes with one more, a good moisturizer. I honestly love it. Oh yes, and the eye cream, thank you. The eye cream. I thought under eyes, and I have kind of a little makeup on, but I thought under eye bags was hereditary. Part of it is, other part is hydration, but I actually noticed that using the hydrating cream, the puffiness went away. And I noticed that like a lot of the darker spots that I used to see are kind of dissipating. Now it's not overnight. It's not going to be like next morning, you know, I woke up like this kind of face, but you need to like give it time, like give it a solid 2 weeks of trying it. The hydrating cream is awesome. It's not only if you have super dry skin, but it's so moisturizing that honestly, your skin will soak it in. So it's not like laying on your skin as if you look really sleek and oily. I love that you can mix and match, like everyone's saying in the chat, you can mix and match throughout the different things. So I love the Immortelle serum. So I'll use that from the Virage Skin line. I use the HD Clear as a spot cleaner. And then I have the Essential Skincare to give myself that moisture it needs. So mix and match as you go. But one thing is to just be educated of what your skin is really needing, because a lot of the times it's from the internal aspect that you need to go inside out. And then also look at what products you're already and see if there's factors in it that are actually causing your skin to react that way. Thanks.
Thank you. Awesome. Alexis, you wanted to share one more thing?
Yeah, I think the most powerful thing that we can do as consumers is to, I'm going to sound like Ben, but to do the research. I used to live in California, so I want to share this with you guys. I haven't lived there since 2012, but I'm really proud to say that they have passed recent legislation that forces companies to list out everything in their ingredients list. It never would have gotten to that point unless the consumers had done the research, empowered themselves to be able to say, no, I want something better, and then participate in local and state and federal government to be able to pass these things for the safety of not only ourselves and our family. So I just wanted to include in here that it is our duty as family caregivers or whatever we are to make sure that our voices are heard when it comes to what we truly are concerned about, and actually freaking do something about it. Like, you can't just say, I'm super interested in this and my products are really pretty, because all of this stuff is really pretty, but it's not going to mean anything unless we actually participate in something that gives us these products, or else we're just going to have fragrance on our ingredients list for the rest of our lives. And we don't want that because we don't know what that shit is. So I think my biggest thing is that you guys got to go out there and share with the world why this stuff matters to you, how these things have changed your life, and freaking vote, participate in government to make these things safer for us and for our families to use. So that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you. Great ending. Woohoo! Thanks, team. You guys are awesome. Yes. Okay. So And sample wellness box. If you want to get, you know, the products that we talked about today, you can take a picture of this. When you put this as an LRP order, if you aren't doing monthly orders on LRP, the loyalty rewards system, it's a great thing to do. And now that you see all the products, you're coming to all these classes, if you're not on monthly ordering, this is a good option so that you can slowly get the products while getting reward points back and a free oil. So if you didn't place your LRP order yet this month, you still can. For next month, try to set it before the 15th to process so that you can get your order up to 125 PV and get not just points back, but also the free oil of the month. Alrighty, if you have any specific questions on LRP, Loyalty Rewards Program, you can check on doterra.com or separately individually message your wellness advocate that you enrolled with on our team. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. That was amazing. Thank you to the entire team. Thank you to everyone who's here. We are here for you because we care about you guys so much. And so we'll see you guys next week. Next week is Oils for Every Age, and we'll be prepping all week for that, the way that we prepped all week for this one. So we'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Thank you. I will open up to questions. Otherwise, we'll let you guys go. I'm going to stop this recording.